We have cherry blossoms, Washington, D.C. And I'm heading over to the courthouse because today Mahmoud Khalil has his hearing, and there are protests planned for across the country. Good morning. And one here at the courthouse in D.C., the district courthouse where all the J6 trials were. There is a protest planned. His hearing, as far as I can tell, is in Louisiana. Good morning, everyone. It's a gorgeous day here. Absolutely beautiful. You see the cherry blossoms behind me. There's also a police bus behind me, which was making me hesitate here. When I saw it, I was like, why is that there? Are they expecting that many protesters, for their catch and release? Sometimes they use these buses. I don't know. Could be anything. But it is a beautiful, beautiful day here. And I just wanted to sit for a minute before going over there. I didn't see anyone when I just drove around it before parking. So I just wanted to kind of go over some of the points concerning this case. And I know you all are familiar with who this is. That he is a protester. And he was arrested for organizing the encampment protests at Columbia. Let me turn my speaker on. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to hit that like button. That always helps. And let me see if this is on. I can't tell. Yes. Okay. Hopefully that'll make the sound a little better. All right. So again, we're here in Washington, D.C. We're about to walk over to the courthouse. I just wanted to give you some of the details for what the protest is about today, and what is going on with Mahmoud, I think you say it, Mahmoud Khalil. He has been detained in Louisiana. He was arrested in New York on campus at Columbia University for his organizing the encampment protests. They were the pro-Palestine and pro-Hamas protests that went on all last spring and summer, it blocked Jewish students from getting to their classes. One Jewish student was interviewed by the New York Post saying that he was very hostile, imposing, had a very dark and imposing character, especially towards the Jewish students. She even changed one class because he was in the same class, and it was so intimidating to be in the same classroom with him. We know that there was destruction of property, and Mahmoud, thank you, MC. Yeah, I had trouble with the pronunciation there. So his hearing is today, and it is the hearing concerning his deportation proceedings. And the Department of Homeland Security issued a notice for Khalil to appear before an immigration judge for deportation proceedings. It's a conservative judge, Furman. Of course, Khalil's attorneys have asked for his return to New York, which has not happened so far. Khalil's protest was called the Revolt for Rafah, and that was the Revolt for Rafah encampment at Columbia University. So his student visa has been revoked. He was told that when he was being transferred from the jail in New Jersey to the jail in Louisiana. He does have a green card. He's married to an American citizen, but the DOJ is stating that he withheld information in filling out his paperwork for citizenship, permanent citizenship, and that separated from the other charges from the protests. It is enough to deport him. So he is from Syria, and I had made some notes, you guys, because I wanted to make sure I got all the information straight for you. Hello everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you can hear me okay. I do have my microphone on, and President Trump had of course stated that there will be punishment for students supporting Hamas and promoting anti-Semitism. Hamas has been declared a terrorist organization, worldwide terrorist organization. So when they chant from the river to the sea, that is a call for the destruction of Israel. I asked that question at a lot of the ceasefire protests. I asked people, I hear you chanting from the river to the sea. What does that mean to you? And most people couldn't really answer. And I said, you do realize that that's calling for the extermination of all the Jewish people in Israel. And I got a lot of protest on that, a lot of pushback. And but that is what it means. And so whenever we hear them chant, I can remember being right in the middle of the biggest, one of the biggest pro-Palestine protests that I had covered. I should say pro-ceasefire, because that's what that one was called. But and they started chanting that, and I was in the middle, and it was a press of people. Like, there was so many people, it was very crushing to a degree. And they started chanting that, and my blood ran cold. I know my face must have turned ash white. So there was a good place to go and get some of the bullet points. That was canarymission.org, and read what they're about. I thought that was very interesting. So and he also had affiliation with Hamas terrorist activities. And then also, there was one other point I wanted to make sure I mentioned before we walk over there. There was nobody there a few minutes ago, but let's see. He began his protest just a few days after the Hamas terrorist attack on where 1,200 Israelis, including children, women and children, were murdered. And of course, there was horrific torture as well, and we're still waiting for all of the hostages to be released from Hamas. So, Khalil held a leadership role in CUAD organization, pro-Hamas protests at Columbia, and also has been. The information that he withheld from his paperwork in trying to become a citizen is that he was a member of the UN agency helping Palestine refugees, and that he worked for a British embassy in Lebanon after 2022. And it's not that those are bad things, it's just that he did not include them in his paperwork. So he withheld information, and that is enough to deport him alone, much less his actions at Columbia University. So with all of that, let's go ahead and walk over there and see if anyone came together for this today. Absolutely, MC. Yep, and control. Anytime, you know, anytime that people are made to feel unsafe and it was on purpose, that's terrorism. You know, there's many different degrees of it, of course. But look at these beautiful cherry blossoms. Beautiful, beautiful trees. They're so pretty. Oh, gorgeous. Hello, everybody. So there in front of us is the courthouse.
Cherry blossom.
And of course, this is the courthouse where the January 6th defendants all had their hearings, trials, and sentencing. You've seen this building many times, as we've been reporting. I just wanted to show y'all. I am wearing my cherry blossom earrings because the cherry blossoms are blossoming. Spring has sprung here in DC. Do they have a fragrance? I couldn't tell. Oh, that's funny. I know orange blossoms do. So there are a few police officers here. I don't know if it's because they also are prepared for any protests coming. Here we go. I see a very small group over here. You don't always see the police over here, so I think they're probably here to make sure everything stays copacetic. I see a very small group over here. So we'll walk over and we'll ask some questions. You know that I am not here to stir up any trouble. So I have very strong opinions concerning the protests. I can't even believe that we have anti-Semitism in our country. And I'm just so amazed at how many young people are so gullible that they fell into these protests and they don't even know what it means, or they may have gotten paid. I had found a source that had stated that many of them were paid and paid pretty well. So, but when I'm in the group for my safety, I stay pretty neutral. Just to remind everybody, that's my little disclaimer. Oh no! Which company was that, Sanal? Because you know I like my ice cream, but I haven't been eating it, thank God. some other press here. Oh, and the group backing this one today is Refuse Fascism. And they have a website if you want to find out more about them. They're all talking about me.
Mahmoud Khalil. Free Mahmoud Khalil now. Get that going. Free Mahmoud Khalil now. Free Mahmoud Khalil now. Free Mahmoud Khalil now. Free Mahmoud Khalil now. The Trump fascist regime must go. The Trump fascist regime must go. Trump fascist regime must go. Okay, we've got a few more people here. Let's make this a real rally. One thing we call this, and we're, we have to fight against this deportation with all we've got because it's a turning point. But we also have to understand that this is part of a fascist program. It's not just reactionary attack after reactionary attack. It's actually an attempt to completely dismantle the current norms and institute something where dissent is prohibited and punished. Even at the very tops, even in the military, even at the tops of government. Refuse fascism has made a point. When the business of government is bulldozing the rule of law and cementing a fascist order, there must be no business as usual. I want to repeat that. No business as usual. Because there is a way to defeat this. Let me say how we can't defeat it, to start out with. Trying to wait it out in hopes that it won't affect us. Relying on the normal routines of a system that is plainly being shredded right before our eyes. That can only lead to capitulation and defeat. And that is a lesson of Germany. If you wait, it will never get easier, and you will lose every shred of humanity that you ever had. This is not a time for despair and demoralization. It's a time for courage and determination. It's a time to inspire and lead other people who hate this fascism and fight as is kept, who are actually in the majority in this country. To lead them off the sidelines and into the streets around the demand that the fascist Trump regime must go. And until that fascist regime is faced with such a political crisis that it can't carry through and consolidate. So imagine this. Instead of silence and cowing down, the campuses in every city are boiling with protests from Mahmoud Khalil and other people. Imagine refusal everywhere, teachers refusing to teach false history, medical staff refusing to deny treatment for women and trans people, millions in the streets refusing to leave until the fascist Trump regime is gone, uniting from different viewpoints and perspectives, fostering a collective spirit of courage and righteous fury and willingness to make the necessary sacrifices for the greater good of freeing Mahmoud Khalil and defeating fascism. We, in our millions, can become the force powerful enough to defeat Trump MAGA fascism. Yay!
Do you have a flyer?
Pardon me?
Do you have a flyer?
Yeah,
Is that what you're giving out?
Absolutely.
We
Thank
need
you.
to get organized. And specifically, if you are fed up with the heartlessness
My finger's
and
from
cruelty
work. Do you want a
of
couple?
MAGA,
No, just one. Thank you very much. All right. Stay
April
safe.
5th is the time to stand up. Indivisible and other groups have come to protest.
I have a flyer.
Well, join me, youth nationalists. We're going to be part of calling out the fascist state and organizing the movement needed to defeat it. And getting organized for April 6th, where we will follow up with an emergency assembly here in the city to talk about where do we go from here to keep pace with the accelerated situation.
So she's talking to her group instead of everybody out here.
Humanity, we refuse to accept the fascist America. Say it with me. No. In the name of humanity, we refuse to accept the fascist America. Trump fascist regime must go. Trump fascist regime must go. And now I want to ask people to step into a little speak out. There's other people who have to say.
My improv skills aren't the best, so I'll do my best. I am here because I'm scared. I'm scared of having my neighbors taken away. We've had one war about this 70 years ago or so. We won. But then people like MAGA, people like Donald Trump, want to bring that stuff back. Why? Ask yourself that. Why? Anyone else?
I want to hear your answer.
Fascism is a disease. We must cut that disease out. Who knows? Who else?
It starts with people that the rest of the country doesn't care about, and it moves on from there. There was nothing that Mahmoud Khalil said before this president was sworn in that requires a detention and basically a disappearing. There's no due process. There's no attempt to even bring charges. The officers who arrested him did not identify themselves, and they changed their reason for arresting him in the middle of the arrest. There's no reason for this kind of treatment when you have the rule of law. And if you start eroding the rule of law, then who's next? Well, we're seeing on this side how many people are next, and there's so many more, and there will be more. And their names will morph into friends and neighbors who don't already know these. It's just not right. And the President of the United States has plenty of power. He has the Justice Department. He has the Federal Bureau of Investigation. If these people did anything wrong, bring charges. That's what the judiciary is for. You don't just come to their house in the middle of the night and take them away for no reason. He was a green card holder, Mahmoud Khalil. He is a green card holder. He has the right to freedom of speech just as anybody does. If he gave material support, there are laws for that. Use them. Don't just ignore his rights because he's a green card holder, and frankly, because his name is Mahmoud Khalil and not John Smith. Thanks.
I come from a student aspect of this. I was at the GW encampment, and I'm scared for my local activists that were there when we got taken over. Because if it can happen to Mahmoud, it can happen to anybody. It can happen to me. It can happen to my sister. It can happen to anybody. Just think about that. The fascist regime is taking. They used facial recognition to get these faces, and it was scary that night when we got taken over. But I feel empowered that Mahmoud, he got arrested, but we're here for him, and there's many more that will be arrested, but we're here for them too. So I will not stop fighting for Mahmoud, and I won't stop fighting until the fascist regime falls.
Till the fascist regime. Could y'all hear him? He's a fellow student, and he said he's fearful, and he won't stop until the fascist regime falls.
But I'm very inspired hearing the word last person. I'm an Iranian, born in Iran, U.S. citizen, for eyes to hear. I have rights as anyone who was born here. Every Tuesday we stand in front of Islamic Republic office in Washington. Protest against execution. Iranian regime has executed more than 1,000 people. This is last year. For a few months, I feel I'm in Iran. Because, like here, they grab people in the street without meeting their rights, without bringing any charges. And for insulting the supreme leader, they execute them. They don't have any reason. I see that in the United States right now. A female student from Turkey is grabbed by agents, dragged into prison. We don't know where she is. What are the charges? Talk about fascism. Fascism doesn't come out as a disease. Fascism comes out when people are silent. When people see things and they don't act. When things happen, the people say, well, it's just a disease. It's going to cure itself. It's not. Imagine you are in 1933 in Germany. And you see all the signs. And one of the important signs is that they go after those who are activists. They go after those who raise their voices before anyone else. Mahmoud Khalil is guilty. His guilt is that he spoke. He stands with Palestinian people. He stood against genocide. They don't say that. They say he's a pro-Hamas, he's a terrorist. To fool people. Misinformation is the key to the success of fascists. And activities like this clears the air.
says, well, we are not going to be quiet against genocide. We are not going to be quiet against activists who are dragged, separated from pregnant wives, put into jail in a cell without any blanket or anything on a cold floor.
He says he's on a cold floor without a blanket.
Before things get worse. And believe me, it's going to get worse.
The other man said that he was disappeared.
They're going to do worse. They're going to go to neighborhoods. And you know what? They target those who are weak. They target immigrants who work for $8, $9, $12 an hour. They deport them. They go after activists. And they're going to go after the population. They are hungry. These wealthy people are hungry. They want to make more money. They want to sell their goddamn Teslas. And if they don't get what they want, people are nothing to them. So, as an Iranian who has witnessed all these for more than 46 years, I have just one message for Americans. Don't sit down. Fascists cannot do all the things they want to do unless ordinary people do the job for them. So if you're an ordinary people, ordinary person, don't be one tomorrow. Be an activist and take action.
Yeah.
This is the thing I wanted to say. I've got two things. One, the example of Iran shows what there's a thing about the fascism in this country that is not discussed in the country, is not upfront, and that is that it is fascism flying the Christian, reactionary Christian. It is the source of the attacks on women. It is the source of the attacks on LGBT people, and it's genocidal. And I think Iran shows the example of what happens when you don't take people that are working for a theocracy seriously. We have to take that seriously. The other thing I was going to say, in short, is women, life, freedom. That example shows how overnight things can go from completely being clamped down to people being out in the streets drinking all their juice and they feel it. And that's what we're reaching for. That's what we have to be all about. So those are the two things I wanted to say.
So Iran is leading the way and showing how Christians are the problem. That's basically what she said. I'm done. Wow. So Iran is right and Christians are wrong. That's pretty crazy. Okay, he's talking about the Jewish.
Jewish citizens of France. It wasn't long before they came after the Jewish citizens. I mention this partly because the pretext for arresting Mahmoud Khalil and Louisa and Tufts and Badr Suri here in Georgetown is the pretext of anti-Semitism, combating anti-Semitism. But it's clear that this administration, which is full of anti-Semites, is not really interested here in combating anti-Semitism. This is a pretext for its war on migrants and for its war on higher education. And so, as a Jew, I say, not in my name, should deport Mahmoud Khalil or any of these other people who've been arrested for their alleged pro-Palestinian activism.
Okay, what about the student who felt like she had to change classes because Mahmoud Khalil was so intimidating in her classroom?
Hey, I want to say that
She was a Jewish student at Columbia. All right, well, that's enough of that. I can only take so much. They talk about freedom of speech, and then that woman keeps moving in front of me because someone tells her that they've seen me at the George Washington ceasefire protest, which I was there, the George Washington University protest, which I was there covering it, as you all know. I was very peaceful, and so they're like blocking me out. Oh my goodness, I thought that the tall, skinny girl was the one dressed up like a rabbit on inauguration day, the day that the J6ers were pardoned. And no, I don't have enough time. And until she started talking, because she is not she, she's a he. You just never know. Oh. So Iran is leading the way. Now, I will let y'all know, I've met many people and had friends from Iran, and they're lovely people. I appreciate the women who and families that march here for the freedom of rights for Iranian women. I have nothing against the Iranian people. It's the regime I don't care for, but this woman just stated that Iran is leading the way and that it's the Christians that are the problem. So I don't know. I don't know why they bothered to come out if they're just going to talk to themselves with that microphone, with that, what are those stupid things called? The horn. They're talking to themselves and not anybody else. So what was the point? They could have stayed at home and talked on the telephone. I don't get it. Yep, here, nobody else does either. They're all leaving. The press is leaving the room. Oh, Lord have mercy. But I'm glad that they're all practicing their First Amendment rights. Even if I definitely don't agree with what they're saying. Oh yeah. Oh, I love there are many Americans who are very family oriented. There seem to be many countries where the family is more of the central unit, and I wish that I saw that strength more in our country. And the El Salvadorian families have a very tight family unit. The Iranians have a very tight family unit. I believe that many Americans have that, but I'd like to see more of it. All right, enough of that. Let's go somewhere else. Oh, it's a good day for riding. These were my favorite days to ride. It's a nice cool breeze and a warm sun. But riding around DC is not that fun, I don't think. I never cared for it. And they have to do it all the time. There's our Capitol. I can't really see the screen, you guys. The sun's really bright to see the chat. There's our Capitol. Cherry blossoms. A lot of you just have no clue how good they have it. So true. So true, MC. I don't know what's up with these women in their 60s and 70s, and they're so hostile. That seems to be where I get the most pushback at these these protests is from the women in their 60s and 70s. I don't know why that seems to be a theme, but it is. It's kind of strange. So we're on the National Mall. And there's hardly a cloud in the sky, y'all. I don't see a one, which is so pretty. Humans just want a human. Right? Oh, it's beautiful. You guys, this is a perfect day. Perfect. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. It's the earlier feminist days, and they had a certain way of protesting, I guess. Seems kind of hostile to me, but to each his own. I don't know why. Well, here's another theme too, is that I come out and I'm covering these protests, right? I'm obviously streaming or doing video, one or the other, right? And they block me. And they have hardly any press coverage whatsoever. It's the darndest thing. So they were reading a script, which that's fine. You know, I was reading my notes earlier. And hello. I've got their flyer here. So let's take a look at that. Let me put this in the car. Try to get a sip of water. Have my trusty backpack on. I had a photographer eyeballing me when I first was parking. He sat on the bench and he was like taking a photograph into my mirror too to get my face when he was sitting over here. And I almost asked him why he was spooking me, because he was around. I was in the car for like 10 minutes. I was early, you know, so there was nobody over there at first. So I was in my car, and I almost asked him why he was spooking me, but I just decided whatever. All right. Possible snow this weekend. Oh no, Deb. It's time for that to be done, isn't it? All right, so here's their flyer. She wanted to give me 2, so I would give one away, and I was like, no, that's okay. So, from the RevCom course for the Emancipation of Humanity, free Mahmoud Khalil right now, stop the attacks on academic freedom and basic rights. There is no neutral in the face of fascist repression. The Trump MAGA fascist regime must go. What do they think the Biden regime look like? I don't know. It's like the same story, different. Everyone's flipped roles. Oh, it's too breezy. We're gonna have to do this in the car. All right. I'm just taking a look at it. Even a small, you guys, this is so, it sounds so bad, I know, but even a small little protest like that, and I just feel like I need to scrub myself clean. I know, all it takes is a great big rain and wind and the cherry blossoms are gone. You are so right. All right, let's put y'all up on the dashboard. Hold on, we're gonna spin. Okay. Well, same stuff, different regime. I don't know. This has been going on, you guys, for decades and decades and decades. Same arguments and same issues that were going on during the Reagan administration. A lot of the same signs. It's really curious, you know. Same chance for sure. All right. Here, y'all look at the cherry blossoms and I'll read a little bit of this until we can't stand anymore. Mahmoud Khalil is a recent graduate of the Columbia Graduate School of International Affairs. Mahmoud has stood with the people of Gaza against merciless genocide perpetrated by Israel with the full support of the U.S. I don't know what they call October 7th. He has negotiated with protesters and administrators at Columbia at different times. On March 8th, Mahmoud Khalil was illegally arrested and threatened with deportation for peacefully expressing his political opinions. If y'all recall, the destruction of property at Columbia was very real. A right that is supposed to be fully protected by the U.S. Constitution. This is a dangerous outrage. Yes, constitutional protections apply to all people, regardless of immigration status. And if Mahmoud Khalil is a legal resident, a green card holder on top of that. The subsequent kidnapping of Mahmoud to a detention facility that is a prison in Louisiana, a further outrage. That one guy said he was basically disappeared. It's been reported every step of the way where he's been, unlike our January 6ers who were transported and none of their family members knew where they were. And even our, oh gosh, why can't I think of his name? He was in his 70s, who was arrested for praying on the stairs. They sprayed him with the police sprayed him with chemical spray till he was completely orange, and just continued to spray him as he prayed with his arms wide open. There's pictures of it and video of it on the steps outside of the Capitol. And he disappeared. His wife didn't know where he was for weeks. And they're saying that this guy was basically disappeared. It has been reported every single step of the way where he's been. Every single step of the way, you guys. Along with the fact that this was publicly orchestrated and bragged about by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, along with the disgusting campaign of slander of Mahmoud Khalil, made it still worse. And Donald Trump's statement that Mahmoud would be the first of many to come is not just an outrage, it is an ominous threat. It's a statement of fact, is what it is. As a matter of simple Trump's statement of fact, I know it's really bad, isn't it? I don't know how much I can take. Let's see. Look at what? If this is allowed to go down, it will be a leap on a road that is speeding toward all-out fascism. As the revolutionary leader Bob Avakian said recently, fascism, as represented by Donald Trump, is a white supremacist, male supremacist, anti-LGBT, immigrant-hating, aggressively environment-destroying, anti-scientific, religious fundamentalist fanaticism. That's not even a name. Religious fundamentalist fanaticism. That's not... What? Determined to use the power of the government to forcibly compel obedience to its dangerous and destructive lunacy and to viciously persecute those who oppose or resist. That's not even good grammar. I'm like having to look at it again. Like that is not even good grammar. I don't know. There's no conceivable. It's inconceivable. Y'all know what movie that's from, right? Princess Bride. Conceivable. There is no conceivable, morally valid reason for standing aside. Shrugging your shoulders and sitting on the sidelines in the face of this will only guarantee that more of the same will happen. That dissent will be criminalized. Academic freedom crushed, innocent people seized in the middle of the night. more quickly and with, what are they talking about? I mean, did they even know what happened to the January 6 orders? No. Do they care? They cared to make sure it happened, you know? And then now we've got people who are being squatted all the time. Like, these people don't have a clue. More quickly and with more viciousness. That dissent will be criminalized, academic freedom crushed, innocent people seized in the middle of the night, more quickly and with more viciousness. Do you all see the flip of the script? This is why I love them. Wyoming girl. You guys, I actually painted these. They're cherry blossoms. Thank you. Look how easily I get distracted. So, but truly, this is what I said 4 weeks ago. I said, or 5 weeks ago, I said, just watch. They're going to flip the script. What they do is they flip the script and they try to keep people off balance. They don't want anyone to gain good foundation. They want to continue to keep the people off balance. And that's what all this is about, flipping the script. Now the American flag is okay for Democrats, and they're going to fly it upside down and backwards. And, you know, just, this is all flipping the script. Keep all the American people off balance. So do not stop flying our American flag. That's what they want. You may differ with Mahmoud about the content of the protests he was part of, but if you are a decent person who does not want to see the right to dissent criminalized, you cannot stand aside. It is morally right and urgently needed for every decent person to demand. Mahmoud Khalil must be freed. In the name of humanity, we refuse to accept a fascist America. The Trump MAGA fascist regime must go. By acting together and taking a stand with Mahmoud, there is the real world hope and possibility that more of the millions of people who hate this MAGA fascism. MAGA stands for Make America Great Again. Make America Great Again. They call it fascism. Will take notice and take heart, find their conscience and courage. And in the words of A Call to Conscience, a call to act. And if y'all are not familiar with those writings, you ought to take a look at them. From refusefascism.org. Fill the streets and town squares in rising numbers, not stopping until we become millions, not relenting until this regime is no longer able to implement its program. It has happened before, it can happen again. Here, it depends on you. We are the RevCom Corps for the emancipation of humanity. Boy, that's a broad statement. The emancipation of humanity. We follow the new communism of the revolutionary leader and thinker Bob Avakian. We are part of uniting all who can be united to defeat this fascist regime. We are working every day for a revolution to overthrow the system of capitalism and imperialism, which has given rise to this fascism and so many other atrocities. We say, this whole system is rotten and illegitimate. We need and we demand a whole new way to live, a fundamentally different system, the RevComs. I got to give them credit. At least they called themselves the communists that they are. They made no bones about it. It's right here on their flyer. At least they admit it. This group. At least they admit it. They're commies, and they say they're commies. All right. Well, actually, they want to unite for communism. So I don't know if that's about division or uniting for communism. This particular thing, anyway, I don't know. That's wild. Ugh. As they stand up there with the man dressed absolutely adorably in his little cute skirt and his socks and his shoes and stuff, and the mask, which is the blue, pink, and white. And y'all have told me a couple things that means. So somebody look it up. Was it upside down? Was it really? That's so me, isn't it? Look, I don't claim to be anything I'm not either. It's probably backwards. So yeah, it's not upside down on my side. So I think there's a way for me to flip my screen so that, you know, looking this way. If I put it in front though, I think we'd be okay. Let's do it that way. Oh no, because I have it turned this way. Let's see if that happens. Hold on, let's see what happens this way. There it is. So, because I had it reversed. I had me reversed. There you go. At least they admit it. So if anyone wants to look them up, there's your, I'm not trying to promote their activities, but, I mean, they can be communists if they want to. I don't care. Just don't push it on me. You know? I was in distress. I was upside down and backwards. I was in distress. that little old lady, she kept blocking me. I was trying to tell her, move his microphone up. I mean, if you're going to talk, especially through a loudspeaker, what are those darn thing called? The microphone, the horn. I can't even think what they're called. If you're gonna protest, don't talk to each other. But I actually felt like she was educating the people that showed up as to why they were there, to be honest with you. Meaning that there's a possibility some of them might have been paid. I don't know. And, but there's always the possibility. And so I feel like she was at first, she's talking to them because she's educating them, you know, as to what she stands for. And then, because there was like 5 of them talking about me as I'm walking up. And because the one, very tall student, the guy, had recognized me from George Washington University. And so, so good memory actually. So then she every time I'm moving around, because I'm trying to hear what the guy was saying from Iran, and she kept moving to block me. Like she looked back to see where I was, and then she moved. And then she moved over here. Bullhorn, thank you. I'm like, what in the world? Megaphone, bullhorn, right? Thank you. Straken and Ridgeline. Like I couldn't think of what the darn thing was called. I don't like them. I mean, they have their uses, but oh, I certainly have had my fill of them down here in DC. But if you're going to use it properly so people can hear you. What was the point of you coming together? I don't know. Oh. Anyway. I just don't see how love for a constitutional republic could possibly make somebody a fascist. It doesn't even go together. All right, let's go do the tidal basin because it is gorgeous. Let's go see some cherry blossoms before I have to go home and make jewelry, because we're having a auction tomorrow that is super important, you guys. When I put the poster up, if y'all would please share it out. Let's get some more people in there because GloryBee needs great assistance. This is how I earn my living. And I have not made the Beehive payment yet this month, and this month is just about to terminate. So I've been trying to get down to North Carolina and Tennessee. The fires are raging. I usually take 26 down there. I usually stay near this one area off of 40. The fires are raging. They're trying to keep it on one side of 26 and keep it from crossing over. More fires have broken out. It's not a great time. And also the event that that I was asked to come down and live stream for seems to have been canceled because the couple that runs the Buffalo yeah, I probably don't want to go down that way. Let's go this way. the couple that runs the Buffalo Disaster Relief Organization has had flooding at their home in Tennessee. It's flooded their pastures, not their home, their pastures, and they have 20 horses, rescue horses. So they're having to do some fundraising for that right now, and so it's not looking good. I'd still like to get down there before this month is over, which is almost over, but it's not looking that good. So we'll see, and but please share out the flyers and attend if you can. I'm putting the air on because the phone's overheating. And participate. 3 o'clock on Friday. And then Saturday, there are more protests across the country, of course, hating on Elon Musk. So we'll be covering one of those somewhere probably. It's so smoky. Belinda, that's what I'm so concerned about too, is the smoke. I'm so glad you're in here to tell me how you're doing, because it's really scary. Let's go this way. Oh, don't run over the cute family. Oh my goodness. Okay. I am so sorry that you're going through that. I'm worried for so many of you and so many of our friends down there. Look at the line for the Space Museum. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, that was so long. Uh-oh, somebody say something. Did we buffer out? Oh, there we go. All right, we're heading towards the Washington Monument right now. There it is up there, behind the tree. Now that's not the Smithsonian, that's the building next to it. But it's awfully pretty, the architecture. And of course, in between the two is one of my favorite gardens. I know the food trucks, they are back and in force. Have a great lunch, Ridgeline. Glad you're starting to feel better. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It all helps the channel. Look at that on an absolutely blue background. Looks wild, doesn't it? There's my favorite garden there. And I can never remember the name. It's a... Oh my God, I want to go in there. Look at the cherry blossoms, you guys. We're going to find parking. I really want to go in there. Oh my gosh, the cherry blossoms are so full in there. Your friend lost home to fire in Polk County. Oh no. Oh my gosh. That is awful. Oh my gosh, prayers for your friends. I'm so sorry to hear that. That is so sad. Come on over. Oh my God, is that a spot? No. Oh, shoot. I really want over. Oh, not gonna happen. I love these little, look at that. It's so cute. These little tourist cars. Adorable. This is my favorite park, you guys. And if I can find parking, that's where we're going really quick. Because the tidal basin, like where all the cherry blossoms are, we'll still drive by that. But to walk around that, it's more than I can do today. But to walk around this garden real quick. Oh, I love it. Jerry says ice cream. Hey, did Sanal ever put up the name of the ice cream that was having issues here in Maryland? Because I want to make sure I don't eat that. Not that I'm trying not to eat so terribly. It's difficult. I made homemade Chinese food and ate it for 3 days straight. It was so good. Okay. Okay. Doggone it. Doggone it. Because they can't drive, I'm going to get a ticket. Jeez. They're turkified. Pay to park. Nope, there's a... Can't fit there. Oh, come on. I want to go to the park. Oh, what is that? That'll turn me around at least. Ah, somebody's smoking weed. She's in the hospital and does not even know her son's taking care of it all. Oh my gosh. What a nightmare. Darn. Yeah, they're not even telling her because she's in the hospital already trying to heal from something. That's so sad. I'm turning here. We're going to turn around. We're going to give it one quick shot to try to park. Because I've never walked inside this park with the cherry blossoms. But I used to go here often. So did Third of Its Kind because they had a public restroom. But now they're closed because of renovations. So it looks like these people are on their car. Okay. It said parking this way, and then the parking garage is closed. Not that I was going to park here, but... Okay. DC is hopping today. I still have the microphone on. Does it sound funny? Is it too sharp? I'm going. Oh my gosh, their car got broken into. The door's open. It's all smashed. Wow, you would have thought it was a Tesla. That was scary. Oh my word. Let these people know they stink. Somebody's smoking pot. Ugh. That sounds great. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Thank you, Parte. Parte Banda. All right, let's try this one more time. Sometimes you just gotta go. This looks like parking to me. Park by app. Oh my gosh, y'all, look at this. We got parking right across the street from where we want to go. Now, if y'all have not seen this, it is so beautiful. It is the secret garden. But it's part of the Smithsonian. And we'll be able to get the guy's name that they named it after. So beautiful. Let me pull up a little thing right there too. There you go. Okay. Y'all are gonna love this. All right, we're going in the gimbal. All right, let's go to the secret garden. So you can see the Smithsonian. Oh, we haven't done this in a while. It's been over a year. Government offices. So late. Hurry up. Oh boy. One of my favorite places. I need a hopped, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, hopped garden, Smithsonian Institute. Oh my gosh, how beautiful. Oh. It's a wedding. Aw. So you guys, these are not cherry blossoms. These are the trees that I was talking about that I love even more than cherry blossoms. And I don't know what they're called. Aren't they amazing? that beautiful? They're like giant teacups. I'm hoping to find a sign so I can see what they're called. Absolutely beautiful. Excuse me.
Thank you.
There's the Smithsonian. You can't go in it right now. They're doing remodeling. Look at the beautiful argyle in purple. Purple flowers. Now in the summertime, there'll be like really lush kind of tropical flowers in here. See how it makes an argyle? Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I just love it. Let's see if this tells us. Oop. Nature is my religion. Anid A. Hopt, philanthropist and publishing heiress. Anid Annenberg Hopt, 1906 to 2005, donated millions of dollars to support public gardens, horticultural institutions, and other green spaces in Washington, D.C., New York, and around the world. And there she is. How cool is that? Google says they're cherry trees. I mean, it must be just a very different, maybe they have all different kinds. I don't know. It's so amazing. In this particular garden, this is like a...
Are you doing a live stream?
I am. Oh. Yes. Yeah, you hear me talking to everybody? Yeah. Right now we have 60 people viewing the garden with us. Isn't that neat? That is amazing. You're right.
You should show them the castle. I found one on the bed. Are to get to see these.
I know. So, are they cherry trees?
These are not.
No.
These aren't the cherry trees. These are the magnolia family. I wish I had my husband with me because I'm not the.
Because the magnolias are the big white ones with the giant leaves. And these are like my favorite.
Oh, these are beautiful. Yeah, these aren't the cherry trees.
Someone said they're Japanese cherry trees.
This is Mongolia.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, is that the flower?
magnolia, a saucer magnolia. You are right. Oh my gosh. And then Jerry, you said the same thing. You said magnolia. It's a saucer magnolia. And the cherry trees have smaller flowers, but they're in big clusters.
Right.
So yeah, you'll see some while you're here for sure.
And look at here, this man.
Oh my gosh.
Coming off of the branches right there.
Isn't it amazing?
You should show them. Did you show them the art piece over there?
Yes. Oh my gosh, we're going around everywhere. I'm just trying not to get you all in it because you're under 18. No, it's okay. We can talk. I just keep facing it this way. I didn't want you to think you're not good enough to be on my. You're just under 18. You guys are awesome. Have a great time. All right, bye. Oh, they like live streaming. They think that's fun, and it is. That's great. Future photographers and videographers, maybe. Filmmakers, documentary makers. So great. Okay, so it's a saucer magnolia. Jerry called it. Hello, love everybody. Thank you for being here on this beautiful day. It is gorgeous. And there's lots of students enjoying the beautiful day. And we're just going to kind of roam through here pretty quick. So I'll show you a magnolia tree the way I know them. This is a magnolia tree the way I know them. And then, whoops. And see, these things will become those beautiful giant white flowers that smell like lemons, like a beautiful floral lemon. And see how big the leaves are? It's a very Williamsburg thing to make a wreath out of the leaves and put lemons on it for Christmas. It's very colonial Williamsburg style. But now we've got saucer magnolias. Look, I'm so excited. Have a great day. Thank you so much for being here. Parte Banza. We're going under a canopy of them. Oh, it's so pretty. I can't, if they smell like anything, I can't smell it. Do they have a scent? I can't smell it.
I cannot smell it either.
I don't.
This is like more magnolia.
That's what I heard was saucer magnolia. I didn't know what they were called. They're so beautiful.
Yeah, they are really good.
Oh. Did you walk over to the title? It's kind of spicy. It's got that woodsy smell.
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
I think it does have smell though.
Not like a real flowery smell.
Yeah.
I'm lucky I can smell anything. Have a beautiful day. Thank you. And we're walking into the Moongate Garden. Had pink and purple magnolia trees. So Jerry, you were totally nailed it. Oh, isn't this pretty? And then of course the fountain bubbles in the summertime. Now here we go. Here's a cherry blossom. Oh wait, I don't want to get in their picture. And this is one of my favorite kind of cherry blossoms because it has weeping. It has weeping stems. And when they're small, they look like little umbrellas. Or is this a Bradford pear? No, I don't know if this is a cherry blossom. I think this is a cherry blossom.
You don't want this? That's what we can try since we're here. Okay. Well, maybe we can go to the.
What does it say? It's a Weepenhagen cherry. Yeah, so a Weepenhagen cherry. So yes, this is a cherry blossom, and it's the weeping kind, like a weeping willow. So pretty. So pretty. Wow. Look at this one. Oh my gosh. Look at this. What is this, y'all? This is a Edgeworthia chrysantha paper bush. Look at that. That's so cool. They're like little hard-boiled eggs. They're like little hard-boiled eggs. That's so cute. With the yellow and the white. I love it. Look at this. Oh, you guys, this is just as nice as walking around the cherry blossoms on the tidal basin. It is beautiful. Look at them making a carpet of pink. It's a carpet of pink. Wow. Yes, it was a weeping cherry tree. It was so pretty.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me?
We've been in here before too, the National Museum of Asian Art. It's a beautiful museum. Ooh. National Museum of African Art has the mask and the cross. They've got a new, awesome. Benin bronzes. I think I've seen that, but I don't know if I've seen the mask and the cross. Bruce Onabrakpea. All right, we're gonna have to go back there again soon. They get slippery when they're wet. Oh yeah. So there's our lovely Smithsonian Museum. And my favorite garden to come in. We'll come in that again later this summer for more of the, they have birds of paradise and all kinds of different tropical flowers and flute flowers, tube flowers.
Sometimes.
That was Gloria taught me what those were. Oh, so pretty. I'm so glad y'all got to see that with me. We'll do a quick drive around the tidal basin and then I've got to go home and make jewelry. More jewelry for the auction tomorrow at 3 p.m. GloryBee could use your support. If you can donate, any amount is never too small or never too big. And we're 100% viewer funded, and I can't do this without you. And it's been amazing 3 years doing this. I feel so blessed. Be there. Jerry, that's great. Where's our Wyoming girl? This was a really fast one. I pray I didn't get a ticket. I love it. It's always the kids that are like, "Are you live streaming?" They love it. They think it's so neat. And one of them said, "That's amazing. You sound just like me." There's our Washington Monument. Looming over the buildings there. Oh, I'm so glad we got to park and see that, you guys. Absolutely gorgeous. Yes, yes. Lots of prayers. Look at these beautiful flowers over here. I told y'all it's a beautiful city. Our capital is beautiful. It's the politics that can make it ugly, but our capital itself is beautiful. Oh my goodness. I thought that was Ron Spike. I'm gonna have to give him a shout. He's come up in my music list this week, and we're going to call Ron J. Spike, see how he's doing this week. All right, we're going to get on the dashboard, and then we're going to drive over. The air is very dry. Very, very dry. Whew. Let's drive the tidal basin, and then we get to go make jewelry. I said had to, but I get to, because it's a blessing. I wouldn't have been able to do this if I hadn't been making jewelry and doing jewelry sales either. That is for sure. So I am a small business, and I work most of the time. Oh, what are y'all doing? Sorry about that. Oh my goodness, my bumbles. Okay, the microphone's coming off because I got to use the GPS in the car for the best way to get over to the tidal basin where all the cherry blossoms are. Actually, I think I can still use the microphone. Yeah, I seem to like that microphone. I know helmets and bubble wrap on because we're gonna get over to the tidal basin. How nice we got to see another wedding party. We're seeing a lot of wedding parties. That's fun. Oh, there it is. No wonder the phone was getting hot. I didn't have it on right. Okay. Oh, because I can't use it with the microphone on. Okay, that's right. I forgot. I guess it'll only go to one thing at a time or something. I do love you. I don't know why y'all hop off the stand sometimes. It just makes no sense to me. Really, it's the Martin Luther King Jr. side that we want. Let's do that. All right, we're 9 minutes away from the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial because that side, since the thinning of the cherry blossoms seems to be thicker with cherry blossoms now, that side of the tidal basin. So we're going to go see. Put a little bit more hot water in my tea. I'm back to drinking my green tea again. You guys, how annoying is that? Cash.app thing going across the bottom of the screen? Is that pretty annoying? Or do you just forget it's there? Adding some more cold water to the hot water because it was too hot. From my Camelback bladder. Alright. Here we go. It's fine? Oh, good. Alright, super. Thank you. Because I got to figure out how to upload my watermark again. Since I got the new phone or I got premium, I'm not sure which. It's not, all my stuff isn't there anymore. Probably since I got premium. Okay. Here we go. And I'm going to be going the other way, apparently. West Kingston Drive, southwest. Oh, okay. Beep, beep. Oh, we got to go to our favorite park. That was so pretty. Saucer magnolias. Beautiful. Hello, everybody. It's just a beautiful ride after we went to us. Ew, look at this. Because people don't want to see Mahmoud Khalil deported. He is a Hamas supporter, and Hamas is declared a international terrorist group, and you can't support Hamas in the United States of America without facing consequences. Just as simple as that. Hello, Linda. Welcome. There's some cherry blossoms down there. That's the Jefferson Memorial. You see the dome through the trees. We're going to take exit 2. There's a Tesla. He's on his... I wonder if his Tesla was driving itself because he was on his phone and had a great big computer up. I don't know. It's very, very strange. Very different to me. I just would never trust it enough. I would never trust it enough to drive me around. So we were just over here the other day. Oh boy. We got lots of blossoms now. Look at this. Let's go this way because there's all kinds of traffic the other way. Oh my gosh. I love seeing the traditional look at that, y'all. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at everybody, and it's just a Thursday, y'all. It's going to be insane on the weekend. Ooh, 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 watch it. Oh boy, okay. We're going to look for a right detour to get out of here. Let's see. Because they're doing road work stuff too. Alright, we're going to stay on this path. Good to see you in here. We've been praying for you. Got the baseball fields. People do use them. They do use them. There are a lot of softball leagues in these small quarters. They, without big yards, I guess. Not necessarily have to be small quarters, but they don't have great big yards. There's a lot of outdoor activity in DC. Oh, looks like I buffered. So I think they're reinforcing the seawall too. Plane coming out of Ronald. Of course it's buffering. With the cherry, I think. That's so cute. Let the room fog. Let the room fog. He had been there. He had been there a while, I think. Oh, good, you're back. Look at this. Look at straight ahead, you guys. Oh, good, you're back. Look at this. Look at straight ahead, you guys. Oh, it's all cherry blossoms. Isn't that pretty? As far isn't that pretty? As far as you. Take the next left. Can I go left there? Yep. Mmm. Barbecue roast pork, mac and cheese, and cornbread. Let's all go to Carrie's for dinner. Oh, that was lovely. I was making jewelry yesterday. Gonna have a lot of new stuff for the auction tomorrow at 3. Please attend and do your shopping for graduation, birthdays, spring, summer, fun, Easter. Come on, come on, come on, make your move. Let's go, let's go. All right. If someone's letting you in, you got to make a move. Oh, that was fun. There's a spy museum over there. We cruised that a few times the other day, trying to find parking for the Department of Education protest. The downsizing of the Department of Education protest. All right. So many things. And these are things that I feel like most Americans have been wanting for a very long time, been doing what they've been up to audit, to know if there's any money in our treasury, to know if there's what the 3-letter groups have been up to. And don't be distracted by things like the JFK files, because there's so many bigger things. That's pretty big, you know, and it's just like, I don't want to downplay the tragedy of that by any means, because that's definitely where the assault on our country began, that we are currently dealing with, counteracting at this point. So, but there's so many more pressing things going on right now, and I'm very grateful for the aggressive actions of this current administration. I do believe that they have the betterment of our country at heart, and the well-being of the American people is one of their main goals. I pray that that will be the outcome. So with that being said, I'm just driving back to Annapolis, going to get busy back at the cottage. And otherwise, I will see you all at 3 p.m. tomorrow for the auction. And I'll put out a poster this afternoon. And if y'all will share that out everywhere, I would really appreciate it. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit that bell so you get the notifications. If you haven't refreshed your notification or your subscription recently, you just unsubscribe and then subscribe again and hit the notification bell. And the reason things like Soros and the global order, and I make no bones about it, to my own detriment, quite frankly, because I'm so shadow banned that I've been told by several of y'all that my sometimes my live streams and videos don't show up for a full day. And that's crazy. That's some serious shadow banning. So if you haven't refreshed your subscription, please do that. And God bless you all. Glory be to God. Have a beautiful rest of this glorious day. And I will see y'all tomorrow, 3 p.m. Thank you so much. And thank you to my amazing mods. I love you.